Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is a place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we're here talking happy, healthy habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. Robin will be joining us shortly, but she wanted us to concentrate today on why sleep matters. And we were able to find an article from the Harvard School of Medicine, and I want to share that little video with you. So if you just give me a moment, I will cue it up, and we're going to watch and find out why sleep is really important.
When I wake up, I go to school, and then I have sports, and then I have work, and then I have homework, and then I have to go home, shower, eat. By the time I get to bed, there's not enough time to sleep.
I probably get about 6 9.
When I wake up, I go to school, and then I have sports, and then I have work, and then I have homework, and then I have to go home, shower, eat. By the time I get to bed, there's not enough time to sleep.
I probably get about 6 and a half.
Total 5 hours here and there. Look at the bag, see?
4 hours.
Every night I sleep around 5 hours. It's less than normally people I know.
Most people really don't get enough sleep. We are a society that's burning the candle at both ends.
Our culture has forgotten what it's like to be awake. I think we spend most of our days a little bit groggy and a little bit inefficient.
We need to rethink how we prioritize sleep. It is one of the basic building blocks of good health. Along with eating well and exercise, getting an adequate amount of sleep is important.
Why do you think we sleep? To recharge our brains.
It's a necessity, you know? It's like food, water, and air.
You need to sleep to kind of have that time when you're off and you're not thinking in a deliberate way, and your brain maybe goes in places that it wouldn't ordinarily go, and just give your brain a rest.
Most people, I think, believe that when you go to sleep, the brain shuts off and does nothing, and you waste several hours, and then you wake up in the morning and try to get back to work. Nothing could be further from the truth. It might be the case that your brain is even more active and doing more work while you're sleeping than while you're awake. It turns out that sleep is important for memories. If you've ever done something like been practicing a piano piece and you feel that you just can't learn it, it's not uncommon that people will walk away in frustration and come back the next day and tell you that the first time they tried it the next day, they had it perfect. And it turns out that your brain is actually working on those memories. Those skills that you learned during the day are being refined and improved while you sleep. By the way, you have to get sleep the first night after you learn these things, or it's too late. The brain actually takes that information and sifts through it and makes sense out of it in a way that we couldn't make sense out of it while we were awake.
Sleep's important for us to handle the things that we have to do every day.
At our age, we love to repair ourselves daily.
Your body can kind of rejuvenate and prepare itself and fix whatever it needs to fix so you can get up in the morning and do it again.
There is a significant link between how well someone sleeps and their overall health and functioning. We know that chronic sleep deprivation can contribute to the development of a number of other illnesses, particularly cardiovascular diseases such as hypertension, stroke, but also things such as diabetes, and may even have an impact on the development of obesity and weight gain. People who are sleep deprived have poor regulation of some of the hormones that control appetite and hunger in such a way that it actually promotes eating and weight gain. Getting an adequate amount of sleep is one of the basic building blocks of good health. Studies are showing that people who don't get an adequate amount of sleep don't live as long as people who do.
I was talking to a man and I was leaning on a post and I fell asleep, my eyes shut, and I stood there talking to him. Fortunately, the post held me up, but I was all right.
In class, plenty of times. Always knocked out.
You think you're all right for 4 hours and 5 hours, but eventually it catches up to you.
The medical profession routinely schedules, particularly physicians in training, to work marathon shifts of 30 consecutive hours twice a week throughout the entire 3 to 7 years of their residency. When we surveyed 2,700 interns across the United States, we found that 1 out of 5 of them reported making a fatigue-related mistake that had injured a patient, and 1 out of 20 of them reported making a fatigue-related mistake that had resulted in the death of a patient. It's not just the patients that these tired physicians are harming. They're also increasing the risk to themselves. When they drive home from work after these marathon shifts where they've been working for 24 or more hours, their risk of having a motor vehicle crash goes up 168%.
It was kind of weird just being in a moving car and then realizing that I had been sleeping for it was probably no more than like 3 seconds, but my eyes were shut.
I have drowsed off when I was driving a car and found myself on the shoulder of the road and yanking the car back into the proper lane.
1 out of 5 motor vehicle accidents is related to drivers who are just too tired to drive. Every hour, someone is killed in a drowsy driving related crash. So it's really a national tragedy that we have 60,000 incapacitating injuries on our highways due to drowsy driving.
Well, they can't not sleep for a start. You don't have a choice in the matter. People have tried to stay awake, but they've all failed in the end.
As people, I think, begin to come aware of the fact that our ability to think clearly, our ability to understand what's going on in the world, our ability to be happy even, depends on our having enough sleep. I think that might help swing that pendulum back to the amount of sleep that science suggests we need.
I'm sorry, I was muted. Robin, we were talking about getting enough sleep. I know that was your subject this morning.
It was.
Did they touch on the things that you wanted to mention?
Yes, they did. And I think for myself, sleep has become a very important part of my life. And I'm trying to I'm trying to prioritize it and be more disciplined. And I'm using all the tools that I'm getting from the coaches that we have on the show, like trying to journal before I go to sleep and turn off my cell phone before I go to sleep and do my gratitudes and everything else. So I am really trying hard this year to improve my sleep quality. And I'm tracking it with my with my watch and with my ring. So I'm really trying to get a handle on it because I'm so not disciplined when it comes to going to bed. I don't know if you are, if you've got a routine or whatever, but that's what they say. We need a routine. Turn off our computers an hour before. Decompress an hour before. So get away from all the TV and electronics and all of that good stuff. And I can't do it. I'm having such a hard time. How about you? What is your, is that Linus? We're having a little, if the audio is on, we're having a little little video and audio difficulties with our guest today is Linus Woods Mullins, and we're trying to get her on.
Okay, I'm talking with our guest, and she is attempting to get in on video, but if not, we're just going to have audio.
Okay.
So either way, Linus will be coming in. So do you want to introduce her real quick?
Yes, I do. I love reading her bio. So Linus Woods Mullins is she's a certified holistic health and wellness coach and nutritionist. And she's the creator of VIBE Wellness Woman, which stands for, I am so sorry, which is her brand, a community of women of over 40 years old who are committed to living healthy and balanced lives. As part of this brand, Linus produces 2 webcasts and podcasts, The Wellness Journey Live and The Wellness Well Woman - Holistic Living for Sisters, and most recently, Vibe Living Podcast. She has edited and published online Mind, Body, and Spirit magazines for women over 40, Wellness Women 40 and beyond, and has written for several other online publications. In 2019, she co-authored a book, Power Up Superwoman, and in 2022, she was featured in the national publication First for Women. With over 180,000 followers and over 100,000 podcast downloads, PraiseWorks Health and Wellness has been recognized for its impact on women's health. She has been honored. This is new to me, and I didn't realize this. I got this off of her LinkedIn page. She has been honored with the SAC Culture Hub's Exceptional Women of Color Award, the WEGIO Health Activist nominee, and the National Association of Women Business Owners Visionary nominee, and has appeared in countless podcasts and radio broadcasts. She's passionate about helping women over 40 achieve total wellness and live their best lives. Her specialties include holistic stress, stress reduction, fitness, nutrition, weight loss, and she is an excellent communicator and team player. She's married. She has 4 daughters, 6, soon to be 7 grandchildren, and is just the busiest woman that I know, basically. So with that, let's introduce Linus to our guests.
I cannot, the camera's not coming on. I
Okay.
can come on audio.
Okay, we're going to have you come in on audio, okay? I'm putting you in the studio now, and your audio is on.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yes.
Yeah,
We can
sorry
hear you.
about that. My laptop is in, for some reason was having problems with Zoom, and so I took it in, and it might be ready later on this morning, but not in time for this podcast, and wasn't able to get on through my phone because it doesn't do StreamYard on Apple phones for some reason. And so now I'm on my backup computer, and the camera is working, but the lighting is so bad you wouldn't be able to see me anyway, because all my lighting is hooked up to a USB on my computer, but the USB, I don't have all the USB ports in this one. So
here we are with audio.
We're doing audio. I hope you can hear me okay.
We can hear you great.
Okay, great. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about thyroid health because this is becoming more and more of an issue because of the way that we live our lives now. All the plastics that we use and the chemicals that are used to make those plastics, they're in our food. Because we store our food in plastic, when the plastic's discarded and put into landfill, it eventually gets into the soil and the ocean, and so our Our food is beginning to show signs of some of these chemicals, as well as the fish are beginning to show signs of the chemicals. So it's just everywhere. And what happens is our systems, our filtration systems like the liver, get tired of trying to detox all this stuff, all the different things, factors, because it's not just the plastics and stuff, but the air in our environment, the things that we use to clean our houses with. There's just a lot of toxins in the air, and it's just getting overloaded. And one of the things that's taking a big hit is the thyroid, especially for people over 60, and in particular for women over 50. The thyroid plays a significant role in our overall well-being because of the hormonal changes during menopause. It can affect the thyroid function even more so. So again, we're in a double whammy type of situation. So it's good to know what kinds of things that we can do to support having a healthy thyroid. And a lot of it has to do with nutrition. One of the reasons why we are having an issue with thyroid health is a lot of people stopped doing a lot of salt. And as a result of not having any salt or using just sea salt, they weren't using the iodine in the salt. And iodine is an essential part for thyroid hormone production. So you want to make sure that you are eating iodine-rich foods like seaweed, fish, eggs, and using a little bit of iodized salt in moderation. If you are having, for instance, problems with goiters and things like that, one way to begin to naturally shrink that is by making sure you're getting enough iodized salt, and also making sure that you are eating other things that are rich in iodine. Another thing is that we don't get a lot of selenium in our diets. And we really need that selenium because that also is important when it comes to converting thyroid hormones into their more active format, because of course thyroid is what produces the hormones. So if you don't have enough selenium, it might produce the hormone, but it won't be as impactful because there's a nutrient that's missing. Now you can get selenium from Brazil nuts, sunflower seeds, fish, and poultry. Now Brazil nuts, you just need to eat 2 or 3 a day, and that would be enough. You don't have to eat much. But you want to make sure that you're making every effort to make sure you're getting enough selenium. Doesn't have to be a lot. Zinc. Now, that's needed for hormone synthesis, and you can find zinc in pumpkin seeds, legumes, and shellfish. Now, I want to stress that before people start going out and getting supplements, do not do that. You want to first get your thyroid tested to find out what's going on with your thyroid and what your levels are for these things that I'm talking about right now. And then once you found it out, you want to see if you can make a change through the food. Food is the best way to improve your thyroid health, not necessarily supplements. And if you do use supplements, you want to make sure you're using good supplements. You want to make sure that those supplements are sourced properly. Like, for instance, I just learned the other day with fish oil, you want to get the wild caught fish oil, not the fish oil that comes from farmed fish. For obvious reasons, the farmed fish, they sit in their own feces and everything else. The wild cut, they're out in the open, and there is wild caught omega-3. I believe you can get it at any health food store. You should be able to get it. You might be able to get it at Trader Joe's, but definitely any health food store. Sprouts may have it as well. So you want to try to make sure if you're going to take any kind of supplements from the kinds I'm talking about, that you're getting a good supplement. Do your research. One of the things that's interesting about supplements, they're not highly regulated. So therefore, people sometimes add things to it, and there's more of a trace element of the supplement and not the full amount that you really need. So do your homework, ask your holistic doctor. Sometimes your regular doctor, although nutrition is not their strong point, but some of them are integrative and have information. But get your information from a nutritionist, a holistic doctor, a naturopath, a health coach, to find out where is a good place to get these kind of supplements. And in place, I'm talking about what company sourcing it. Another thing you want to make sure is that you have plenty of vitamin D, because low levels of vitamin D are also linked to thyroid dysfunction. So you want to spend time in the sun as much as possible. You want to eat vitamin-rich foods like salmon, egg yolks, and fortified products. Now, for me, fortified products is one way to do it, but then again, fortified products have been processed. So there's compromises in other ways in terms of its nutritive value. So if you can find things in its natural form, or find supplements that are sourced properly, that's what I would recommend. The other thing you want to think about when it comes to supporting your thyroid, hold on, I just on my screen, okay, is making sure that you're consuming phytoestrogen-rich foods like flax seeds, soy, and lentils, because it helps to balance your hormones. Menopause and hormone shifts can impact thyroid health. So if you can kind of preventatively be aware of what you can do to balance your hormones, that could possibly help your thyroid health as well. You also want to reduce exposure to endocrine disruptors like plastics, as I mentioned before. Use glass containers for your foods as much as possible. You can get 26 compartments of glass containers on Amazon, I think, for like $39 or something like that, and it's worth it, rather than using the Ziploc containers and things of that nature. Another thing for your healthy thyroid is you want to make sure that you manage your stress. Chronic stress increases your cortisol, which can impair your thyroid function. Strategies to lower stress, of course, would be practicing meditation, practicing mindfulness, exercise, deep breathing is also good, and engaging in calming activities like walking, or maybe some kind of creative hobby. Like for me, it's adult coloring. I start doing adult coloring, and that just helps me to relax. You want to optimize your gut health. You know, everything starts with gut health. A healthy gut is crucial for thyroid function. So you want to make sure you're eating fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt for the probiotic if you are not lactose intolerant. Although sometimes eating dairy can also cause an issue with the thyroid function. So you need to kind of figure out what other kinds of things you can do for your gut health. And you want to make sure you're getting enough prebiotics, and that would be onions, garlic, and bananas. If you can just eat one banana a day, that can help support your prebiotics. And if you can perhaps add sauerkraut, or you know how in Japanese food, they use the ginger, the little ginger strips that have been fermented. Eating some of those with your meal can also go a long way towards your gut health as well. You also want to try to find a way, I lost my screen again. Okay, to avoid goitrogens in excess. And these are certain foods that can interfere with the thyroid function. And most of them are cruciferous vegetables, like raw vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and kale can be a problem if you have an underactive thyroid. Cooking neutralizes their effect. So if you can just steam it instead of like doing raw broccoli or raw cauliflower, then you're in a good place. You want to reduce your inflammation. Chronic inflammation can negatively impact the thyroid, and you can combat it with anti-inflammatory foods like ginger, salmon, omega-3 rich foods, turmeric, and plenty of colorful vegetables with your meals. Another thing to help with your thyroid health is to make sure you're supporting your adrenal functions. Healthy adrenal glands help maintain overall hormonal balance. So you got to avoid overstimulation with caffeine. Got to watch the caffeine intake. And you want to maintain a consistent schedule of aiming for 7 to 8 hours nightly of sleep. And you got to stay hydrated. That's the other thing. You got to drink plenty of water throughout the day. Also, exercising regularly. Moderate is fine, not necessarily going hard exercise, but just consistent exercise, walking, swimming, yoga, strength training, which helps to improve your metabolism and reduce the stress. All of this can be very impactful with the thyroid. And probably the most important part is to first make sure that you get your regular thyroid checkup. Women over 50 should have regular screenings to monitor their thyroid function, because early detection can prevent complications. So that's just a few things that I wanted to share with you about the thyroid, because I'm running across so many women who are beginning to have problems with their thyroid. And a lot of times it can be rectified through some lifestyle changes. But first, find out how your thyroid is functioning, and then develop a plan in terms of how you want to deal with the thyroid. There is medication that can bring the thyroid into balance. There are some from the school of thought that that's what you should do, forget the food thing. And there are others who think, well, no, you can do it through food. You don't have to compromise your body with other possible side effects by taking medication. You can do a lot of this through the food. I say that you can do a lot through the food as long as the food is sourced properly. Mm-hmm. If you can't ensure that the food you're eating is organic and has been not raised, farm raised, and has been wild raised and all that, if you can confirm all of that and you can be consistent with it, take time to prepare your own meals, not thinking going to like, I don't know, some fast food fish joint and thinking that's going to do it, because it's not. If you can take time to prepare your meals and source it correctly, then you should be fine. But if you know your lifestyle doesn't support that, then maybe you should consider medication. One thing that you don't want to do is to go and live without it being unchecked. You definitely want to check it out to figure out what would be the best thing to do.
Wow.
I have a question. So on the normal blood panel that we get done every year by our doctors, we have a whole blood panel. They check your thyroid on in that test, right? But is there also
yes, they do.
Is there additional tests that we should be asking for when we get screened, or is that's a good place to start, right?
That's a good place to start. And then if you feel like you're having some of the symptoms of an unhealthy thyroid, then you do want to ask them to run those checks, in particular where they check your T levels. And some of the symptoms of unhealthy thyroid. One of them is extremely dry skin, and cold feet is one, two. Fatigue, feeling tired all the time. Weight gain, you just can't seem to lose the weight, hair thinning or hair loss, constipation, and depression or low moods, slow heart rate, your voice gets kind of raspy, of course, puffy face or swollen neck, joint pain. Those are all signs of a thyroid problem, usually an underactive thyroid. Symptoms of an overactive thyroid would be anxiety, weight loss, increased heart rate, heat intolerance. You just have difficulty handling warm temperatures. It makes it's hard for you to be in a lot of heat. Tremors, shakiness, insomnia, can't fall asleep, frequent bowel movements, thinning hair, swelling around your throat, a goiter, protruding eyes and weak muscles, and sometimes menstrual irregularities. Don't try to self-diagnose. These are just some things to look at. I know for me, I have a tendency to suffer from hyperthyroidism because I have a goiter, and I've chosen to treat that naturally rather than do surgery to have it removed, because in my case, it's on my vocal cords and there's no guarantee that my voice won't change or that it will damage my vocal cords. And since I make money with my voice. That's not an option for me right now.
Mhm.
But when I take a look at this list, I can see some things that could fall into the hypothyroidism also. So make sure you get the diagnosis definitively from your medical practitioner, and then share the information you have in terms of what you would like to do, and see what he recommends, and see if you guys can, like, come up with a plan that fits your lifestyle, that you can that your lifestyle will support, or a plan that maybe you have to change your lifestyle, but you're ready to do it. I'm all for lifestyle change as long as you can commit to it. But if you can't commit to the lifestyle change and you are unhealthy, then you definitely should be taking the drugs. I'm not anti-drug. I'm about you being well, whatever it takes. Just understand what some of the side effects might be. Discuss that with your doctor and have a plan for those side effects if it happens that way.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I've heard more and more about people having thyroid conditions. I didn't realize what it affects, and also that it can be, well, I guess everything really can be treated naturally, but I feel better knowing what to do about it in terms of my food selections.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this has been real eye-opening for me. And also,
Yes, and I wanted to say that on the Vive Wellness Woman Network, we have some great practitioners that are doing workshops on this very thing. I'm putting together our workshop schedule for the first half of this year. But if you take a look at the things that we've done in the replays, if you happen to be a member, there's information about thyroid, about inflammation. There's a lot of good information that can help you determine, how whether or not you think you have a problem and how you might go about treating it. In fact, you can also actually directly contact these contributors and ask for a consultation for free so that you can talk more about it and find out if it's right for you. Oh, and you're on the homepage. I did want to say we have 2 brand new programs that are starting as of yesterday. If you could scale down just a little bit, you'll see the front of it. You're on the homepage. Can you move the homepage down?
How's that?
Yeah, move it down. Move it down a little bit more. Okay, move it down a little bit more. Okay, right there. Okay. We have something called the Guilt-Free Cooking Club. And we also have a brand new holistic weight release program. The Guilt-Free Cooking Club and the Vibe Holistic Weight Release Program, those are for members only. And right now, the membership is $19 a month or $197 annually. And then if you want to do the Guilt-Free Club, that's an additional $19. And there you have all kinds of cooking classes where you can eat some of your favorite foods in a healthy way that will not put pounds on you and will not raise your cholesterol, but are nutritionally sound and sourced properly so that you're getting the most out of the food, nutrition, and fun to eat and prepare. The Holistic Weight Release Program is a 6-week program, and you can pay it in 3 installments. And I'm trying to remember how much it is. I think it's $333 for 6 weeks. And you can pay in 3 installments, and it is really good. I cannot talk enough about how good this program is. It is not a diet program. It has to do with your mindset and also sourcing your food properly, and not just menu planning and counting calories and going hard when it comes to fitness. It educates you on how to take better care of yourself, and we guarantee that you will lose between 6 to 12 pounds in 6 weeks. It will definitely put you on the right track. And once you've learned these things, you can, use them all the time.
The site says it starts at $320.
Okay, how much?
$320.
Okay, all right. You can break those up into
$797, okay. But it is currently being offered at 61% off, starting at $320 for a limited time only.
Right. And this is a special program that I created with Sheila Kelty for Vibe members, and the pricing is for Vibe members, but you will get excellent results, and it's only 6 weeks. But the good thing about it is what you've learned in those 6 weeks, you can incorporate into a permanent lifestyle change, so you can keep losing weight with this program. But that's what we feel that you can do within those 6 weeks. The other one, the guilt-free program, is so fun. We have about, I think, 80 videos of cooking classes that you can take with great ingredients and great instructions on how to cook it. Those are the courses. Those are the courses that we offer as well. I think if you go to,
Let's see.
I don't know if it's on there. I know it's on is Fat Free on there? Is that it? That's it. Is that it? No,
Okay.
no. That's that. Okay, keep going down. That's the membership side. Keep going down. And okay, to your left right there, you see guilt free. Click on that. Yeah. Okay. And that will take you to that page. That tells you all about the different benefits. Yes.
This is really great, Linus, because a lot of people don't even know where to start, in terms of eating more healthily and buying the foods and all of that. So this is great that you're teaching people for the future.
We don't want them to have a tentacle into us all the time. We want you to learn how to take better care of yourself. So you don't always have to go to the doctor all the time. We want you to learn how to reboot, your lifestyle in such a way that it supports your health and the changes you want to make in your health, instead of, whenever you get sick, you go to the doctor. Wouldn't that be great not to have to go to the doctor? Based upon how to prepare food and everything else, what you need to do to enhance your immune system, to improve your gut health, to make sure you're getting the right nutrients and all that. And the recipes and things that are in the Guilt-Free Cooking Club are all about making sure that you get those nutrients and things so you can have a healthy thyroid and, all the different things that we look at, especially as we age.
Now, I'm going to be sharing your link tree in the chat so the people can find you. And also the link to your website.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's Vibe Wellness Woman.
I have it.
We got it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I've got it. We were prepared for you today. Let's see.
Yes, thank you. I'm so sorry that my camera is not sufficient, but at least we got on. I said I am determined to make it. I even if I have to shout loud enough so they can hear me.
And Linus, this was really, really fun. I love the recap of how to take care of your thyroid, because I don't think we've really ever talked about it in that way. And I still do my 3 Brazil nuts every day. I buy organic Brazil nuts from grocery outlet. It's just Brazil nuts, and I just eat 3 a day. And I think this is because of Linus that I'm doing this.
That's right. I think I missed that a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, a long time ago. You said 3.
I remember that. That's right. Because somebody's ringing, but it's not me.
That's me. I am so sorry.
Oh, okay, good. Because that sounds like my ring.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you brought up plastics, and that we need to use more glass in our cooking.
Yes.
In our storage. And my little sister is all into this as well, and she had me buy those glass containers from Costco. And that's how I do a lot of my storage now. I have to get some more. But just build it up over time. Your storage.
Yeah, just build it up over time. Yeah. We very rarely use our plastic. We use mostly glass now, and that's the same thing with Ziploc too. You don't want to use a Ziploc. You don't want to use the Saran wrap. It's just not good. In fact, you should be taking a look at how to properly store foods in general, because you'll be surprised that some of the things we thought were okay aren't the best when it comes to properly storing our food. Like, for instance, onions. And I need to check this with my nutritionist, but I was told just the other day that it's not a good idea to put your leftover onions in the refrigerator, that you should just throw them away, because they immediately start collecting mildew. Now, these are one of those things that I think was told to or seen on YouTube or whatever. And so I'm telling you this because I'm thinking, okay, that's a possibility, although I've never, as far as I know, been sick by an onion. So what I'm going to do is talk with someone whose opinion or whose information I trust to verify that. So when you're seeing things on YouTube and they've got all this different stuff, before you go into a panic about things, because some people, everything is bad. I mean, you know, you can't even breathe the air, can't eat, can't breathe. I mean, you know, so before you get all paranoid about it, check it out from a reliable resource that you trust in terms of, okay, is that really true? But I can tell you, though, you do want to check to make sure that how you're storing your foods is the best way. And guaranteed, hands down, you can start by making sure you put your food in glass containers and not in plastic. So I guess the Glad Company will never want to be my sponsor.
But I think you'll be all right.
That's okay. That is okay. That's okay.
Linus, we just want to thank you. You have been so enlightening, and this information is critical to our audience and to women around the globe. So we just want to thank you. Also, now we know what to look for in our loved ones, so that we can help prevent some of these things in others. We are so grateful to you, and we want to remind everybody to sign up for membership with Linus. We put the links in the chat. Also, you want to check out her link tree. She has a number of things coming up for 2025. We just finished a challenge, and we are excited about that. And we want to thank her. She's going to be a part of the BizChicks Summit coming up in March. So we look forward to that. And we will get you more information in the upcoming episodes. But meanwhile, remember, take care of your thyroid, make sure that you're eating healthy, and do everything you can to prevent this condition from escalating or even getting started. So thank you again, Linus, for all you do. We love you. You're one of our favorite contributors, and we support you wholeheartedly. She's a trusted resource.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And you do. Thank you for being members of the Vibe Living Women Network. And I hope you liked some of the enhancements that we have. We have more coming down the pike over the next week or so. So, you know, keep checking things out. One of the things we're going to be doing is having coaching sessions once a week in the Facebook group. I'm setting that up right now. Yeah, once a week coaching sessions. That's going to be happening. So you'll be hearing that too. Yeah, 30-minute coaching sessions where you can come bring your questions or concerns or ask a question. And sometimes one of the contributors will be with me. I'll always let you know when a contributor is going to be there. So just definitely want to let you know about that.
I have a question, Linus. Will you be repeating Make Yourself a High Priority challenge? Will you be repeating that throughout the year?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. In fact, I'm going to be making an ebook with the challenge in there. And did you get most of the stuff? Yeah, you got the ebook. Okay. Did you like the challenge, Robin?
Yes, but you know, when I signed up, I was late, I think, and I missed out on day 1 and 2. So I want to redo it.
Yes, I am going to redo it. I probably will redo it again in February, which is the month of love. But I will send you day 1 and 2. I'll send that to you. I didn't know you
thank you.
I'm not quite sure why you missed it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because for some reason you weren't on the membership distribution. And I noticed that. So then I added you. So I'll make sure you get the first 2. But I liked that challenge. I thought it was pretty good.
It was simple and it was easy.
I like simple and easy.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I just, I thought, I want to do it again.
Okay, great. Well, it puts it on your mind. It puts it on your mind about taking care of yourself. And it's not setting the world on fire. It's not anything that's like, oh, wow, I never thought of that. All these things you've thought of before, but have you taken out time to do them?
To actually
encourage you to actually do them on that particular day and say, okay, I can see how this could be fit into, my regular regime. You may not fit all of them into your daily practices, but, giving them a try and figuring out which one does meet with your lifestyle. I'm all about trying to find ways to fit things into your current lifestyle, because what happens is that if your current lifestyle is unhealthy, over time, the bad stuff that makes it unhealthy will drop away because it's not going to fit the new stuff that you're putting in. So I'm not so much about, oh, you got to do this, this, and this, stop doing this, stop doing that. Instead, it's more, add this, add that. And after a while, you're like, okay, it doesn't feel right to do this anymore because it doesn't go with the good stuff I've added. And you will self-select out of the lifestyle parts of things in your life that aren't good for you. So
I like that. Self-select out.
Yes.
Wow.
If you self-select out, then it sticks. Sometimes somebody just telling you to do it, stop doing it. You might stop for a while, but you really haven't bought in mindset-wise a lot of times. And then you go right back to
muscle memory. Yeah.
Yes, yes. We do have another challenge coming up for the month of February. I forgot about that. We do have another challenge coming up for February. So it was the self make yourself a high priority challenge was in January, and February challenge. I'm still making up my mind on what that's going to be. But every month we're going to have a challenge every month.
All right.
Okay. Well,
that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly. I could do that.
Absolutely. You know what, Robin? I think I'm going to do what I'm going to do too is put the challenge in the free course section for members. I'm going to upload it to that too.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So that you can have it there too. So, okay.
Thank you so much, Linus, for all you do.
You're welcome.
And we really, really enjoy your segments. We appreciate you, and we are encouraging our members to connect. Yes. So with that, we want to thank you, and we're going to look forward to hearing from you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day, everybody.
Bye, Linus. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
We'll have Linus back with us on January 30th.
Oh, okay. Before the end of the month.
Yeah. So next week we have Lakeisha Appleton with us. And then we have Linus back with us. So looking forward to the spring. Yes, exactly. Yep.
Well, I don't know if you got a chance to comment on your healthy habit of sleeping. Was there something you want to share before we go?
Not really. I think it's just a good reminder for people to make sleep a priority. And I think people understand how important it is. Maybe one of these days we'll have somebody come on and really just dive deep into sleep and its benefits and how to achieve it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you again, Robin, because you always have such great guests. And we do appreciate what you do in terms of scheduling great speakers for us to hear from, to help us improve our lives and our business. Because if you don't have your health, you can't keep your wealth. So with that, we want to remind everybody that tomorrow we'll be talking tech with the BizChicks. So come on over. It'll be easy to understand. And I guarantee you it'll be entertaining. Okay. With that, we love you and we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye, everyone.